Imagine a war scene where on one side are the world's most powerful military powers, America and Israel, and they have state-of-the-art warplanes, billions of dollars worth of missiles, and the world's most advanced air defense system. But the surprising thing is that standing in front of this huge power is a weapon that costs less than an ordinary car. Many military analysts are now saying that because of this drone, Iran has developed a war strategy where not with force. Rather, the opponent can be pressured with intelligence and economics. If the drone that has to be stopped with a billion-dollar missile costs only a few $1,000s, then it is easy to imagine how much the calculation of war can change.
And at the center of this mystery is a strange Iranian weapon, the Shahed 136 kamikaze drone, or suicide drone.
Yes, we are going through a time where war, global politics, and economic crisis have made the future of many people's careers uncertain. But one thing you will notice is that the digital content sector is still very stable and is creating a big opportunity for the future. I will share with some of you all the strategies and complete AI integration process that I have learned. If you want to build a strong foundation for yourself now, thinking about the future, then come and learn more. Let's go to the description box and return to the video from the first comment. Although at first glance this drone may not seem very extraordinary, it does not look like a huge fighter jet or a terrifying missile. But the reality is that this small weapon has quietly started to change the concept of modern warfare in the last few years. Because until now, everyone thought that the more advanced and expensive the weapon, the more powerful it is on the battlefield. But Shahed 136 seems to be turning that idea upside down. Do some math. America's famous Tomahawk cruise missile costs millions of dollars. Russia's KH-101 cruise missile also costs close to $1 million. Again, Iran's own Fateh 101 ballistic missile can cost millions of dollars. But in the midst of all this, a weapon has appeared that costs only a few $1,000s, sometimes less than an ordinary old car. And that weapon is the Shahed 136 drone. And this is where the real secret of this drone's power begins. This drone is often called a kamikaze drone or suicide drone. In military terms, it is also called a loitering munition, because it does not strike directly like a normal missile, but rather hovers in the sky for a long time and searches for a target. So this drone hovers over the target for a long time and waits for the right moment. And when that moment comes, it suddenly dives down and explodes, destroying the target and itself. Another strange feature of this drone is its sound. When it flies in the sky, the sound of its engine is very similar to that of a scooter. That is why it is sometimes called a flying scooter, because it uses a small two-stroke engine that works very much like a scooter engine. And that strange sound often creates fear in people's minds, because when someone hears this sound in the sky, they understand that something is coming. This drone is about 3.5 meters long and has a wingspan of about 3 meters. The entire drone weighs only 220 kilograms. There is an explosive warhead in the front which can weigh from 30 to 50 kilograms, and there is a propeller in the back that rotates to propel the drone forward. Along with this, the drone uses a simple two-stroke gasoline engine. It can generate power up to about 50 horsepower and helps the drone fly at a speed of about 200 kilometers per hour. It does not have a separate cooling system. When the drone flies fast, the air cools its engine. To help the drone fly steadily, there is a control wing on the back. On the wing, there are flaps and ailerons that help the drone change direction. These are controlled by small servo motors. In the middle of the drone, there is a small computer system that controls the entire flight, as well as a GPS system that tells the drone its location via satellite. If the GPS does not work for some reason, the drone uses the inertial navigation system. The sensors in it calculate the speed and direction of the drone and steer it in the right direction. In some cases, this drone can even detect radar signals. If an air defense system's radar signal is received, the drone can attack in that direction itself. Because if the radar of a defense system is destroyed, the entire system becomes blind. This drone takes to the sky via a special launcher truck. There is a launch rail on top of the truck where the drone is mounted at an angle. Then a small rocket pod is attached underneath.